Up here in the top center. Good luck and have fun, my son. Up here is Zervas, the crazy good Zerg player from Team My Insanity. Down here up against BeFriendly, who did go for a proxy 2 gate, and it didn't work. Hardcore didn't work. Regardless, we still want to cast the games. We still want to have some fun. The other series was up for other people to watch, so we might as well go into this one and have a blast. And he's already not proxy 2 gating, so we're already off to a better start. It's just Zervas is obviously so good at this game that those kind of strategies have to be done with absolute precision, or you're going to have to try to go with something different. We do have a probe still moving out. It might just be to scout because we have a pylon down at the front. The Overlord's path might run right into this here. Why does he have to... Maybe he wants to see the Overlord come across? I don't know. That's really strange. Zervas up here is going to likely go for his pool first, which he always does. Sees the path of the Overlord and moves around it with this probe. Let's see where he's going with this thing. I think he's just going to go and scout with it, but he wants to stay out of vision. Okay, gateway's down. That's... Oh, it's a forge. Oh, man. This guy doesn't play standard or straight up no matter what. Well, I think he's going to be able to avoid this. Alright, we're going to watch Zervas' vision here. He doesn't know the probe's in. He doesn't know where it's at. But we get to see how he does things. Oh, he sees the probe. He's going to quickly check to make sure there's no pylons. He just knows. At this point, he's got to know that cheese is a possibility. Forge is now finished. All he's going to do is make sure to try and defend this. And I'm hoping... Like, we can see the production tab. We can see that the Protoss player is not throwing down a Nexus right now. Oh, I saw something red on the minimap quickly for a second there. Nope, nothing. Let's go back to everybody's vision now. Straight up. He's just doing a straight up Nexus after Forge. Wow, that even caught me off guard. I'm sure Zervas is like, what? He's actually playing a game? Yes, he is. Gas going down here as well. Overlord's going to come in. See the cannon at the front. There are... Actually, made all 6 Zerglings come out with this. You might actually have to wall this off. 6 Zerglings, it can be a bit of, be a bit of trouble. Gateway's going down. Now they're actually just going to look around everywhere for anything proxy. 3rd hatch on the way. He hasn't seen this other Nexus yet, but he's got to assume that's the case. Units-wise, Protoss player is actually a long ways ahead right now in workers. 6 Lings coming out that have got nothing done. Quite expensive at this point, right? Queen gonna trudge down there. No creep tumors yet. More queens in production. I like having them extra queens. Zerglings might poke up here, but they know that's a cannon, so they'll just beat to their death. Where is that Overlord? Nicely tucked in the back row there. He's got the watchtower. He's got patrolling Zerglings on all the corners. Zervas is... he's ready to play a normal game. Nothing but drones coming out. Cybernetics core is just going down now. And we'll see what his follow-up to this is. I mean, I could see it as being a big, like, 7-gate all-in. But I could also see it as being, Robo expand, Stargate expand. Those are all things I think apply. This is 1 Ling there. Probe does manage to get home again. Units-wise, still a lead for the Protoss player and overall worker, spending a lot of Chrono Boost on that. +1, and Warp Gate is started. I don't know if he saw that the Forge was spinning. I don't think he did. Let's see if he actually wants to get out. I'm surprised it's a Zealot. I think he would want to get out a Stalker so he can go and deny this. But he's obviously worried about a Zergling run around here. Twilight going down. This might be for DTs. Because he hasn't cleaned out this Overlord yet. I mean, he's going to see this Twilight go down. Could just be like a 6 or 7 gate blink though. Also not surprise me too much. Mothership is done. I'm surprised it's over on this base. You might have forgot about it because I would see it make more sense to have it over on this base. I think he saw that the Forge was going. Boosted out a Stalker. Wants to go after this Overlord here, but it'll still see the Twilight Council in the Forge. And this is how you've got to play Zerg. You've got to play Zerg about the information. Throws on the Robo in full vision of everything. And right now the Zerg player starting to take that lead in workers. Roach 1 going down. Lair started. Still only on just the 2 gases. Did snipe down that Overlord. Let's see what he wants to do now. This is a bit of a hodgepodge of different units. He might be using his Twilight just to get +2 started really fast. And go for just a Robo-based play. Go for some... You could go for really fast Colossus, but I think you'd want to get out a couple of Immortals first. Only 1 Creep Tumor started right now. Hasn't really focused at all on getting that. He doesn't have enough energy. He's missing an Inject. Either to get the Inject going or throw down a Creep Tumor. Start attaching your bases. Very tech... Oh, there's the Dark Shrine. Now, can this work? There's no pylons out on the map anywhere. There's Zerglings scouting all over the place or anything weird. And he does have spores going down. Well, he's got 1 there. None anywhere else. It could catch him off guard, and actually he's going to be a Warp Prism. Let's see if he can get by unscouted with this here. He's going to make sure, yeah, now he's got Immortals after this. This could actually do some damage. I'm excited to see how this works out. And this is not... There's no Overlord over here. Very surprising. I figured that Zervas would put out an Overlord on each side. Yes, they get sniped by Phoenixes. But pretty important to understand what's going on. The unfortunate thing is the only place that has a Spore Crawler is at the base that he's going after. Did you see the Dark Shrine? He's building an Overseer right now. Actually, he's got a couple. This is just so good out of Zervas. Just knows everything that's going on. Already ready for this. He's just going to back out. He could Dark Shrine expand, but now that there's Overseers out on the map, 4 DTs. The Overseer is just following this now. I don't think these Dark Templars are going to get much done. He can still make Archons out of them. Archons plus Immortals. Going to throw down some more Gateways. 5 gates with Immortals and Archons. Not bad. And what? Look at the vision of Zervas here. Just keeps bouncing back in with this Overseer. Sees the Immortals. He should expect that it's going to be a pretty big 2-base attack coming. And he's moving into Swarm Host and the Locust, but he's got very bad creep spread. Could be interesting. This game could go a bit longer than I originally expected it to. I mean, maybe I just didn't notice those flailing tentacles before. Does have a Spine and a Spore over here, plus another Overseer, so it should be pretty safe. More Dark Templars happening? I think this could just be for a giant push. Archons can help cut through a lot of Locusts. Let's see if that's going to be the case. A lot of Gateways going down now. We should see him move out here pretty soon. Where's that? There it is. I kind of like this. It's almost like DT sniping. He's just moving around the map trying to see what he can grab. There's so many Overseers everywhere right now. He definitely doesn't want to get caught off guard. +3 attack card in the way. Zealot charge coming down pretty soon. I don't think he knows about the Swarm Hosts though. And the Swarm Hosts obviously deal quite well with what he has as a composition. Double Immortal production. Now if he transitions into a 3rd base and goes into double Colossus production, maybe he's got something to show for this. That's so many Immortals. That's sickening. This is really interesting. This is a crazy good mix, but he's got no force fields in this mix. It's kind of one of my big concerns, particularly as he's going up against a lot of Swarm Hosts here. The advantage is that the creep spread's really bad, but the disadvantage is that if he had actually a bunch of force fields, he might be able to really cordon off that army a lot. This is kind of how I see people in like lower leagues play Protoss. I'm not saying there's anything like bad about this guy at all, but you just get that massive, I'm going to kill everything army, and you just keep running it into the Zerg player. It either works or it doesn't work. The classic Protoss Death Ball, but without any Colossus, no air army. Very, very strange kind of Death Ball to be using. But he's getting close to maxed out. Zerg player's still only on 3 bases. No upgrades at all for any of the Zerg army. He's actually moving out here a long ways, and this could be a mistake. We'll see how well he deals with this. Perfect timing for the Protoss army. What? That's a bad pause timing. Now he's lost some Archons in this, but he's killed a lot of stuff. Another big warp in of Zealots. He's using the Zealot meat shield, and he's just going to try to push through this. This is really interesting. I don't think he has detection with his army, though. I don't know if there's an observer here. He's making one right now, but he can't actually kill the swarm hosts. These immortals are going to crush face in here. Zealots are getting targeted down. This is kind of working. I mean, once again, I don't think he can actually kill the swarm hosts. He's finally targeting them. Does he have an observer in here? I don't see it. Wow, this is just crazy. Now, if he had an observer here, this game would already be over. Observer's just on the way. I think Zervas might actually lose this game. These immortals are just going to do so much damage. Even if he loses his whole army, he's actually going to have done enough damage, I think, to have taken this. The immortals are getting targeted down here by the Hydras. Hydras do pretty good against immortals, obviously. Wow. Kill the spawning pool. Kill the spawning pool. Holy crap. Was the observer still over here? It is. Now, there's detection in here with Hydra, so he could lose this. I think the Zealots are... one immortal, a little bit out of position here. Yeah, run away, big guy. And he's expanding behind this. Like, this game has kind of been reset. This is kind of working. Big Zealot DT attack over here. They have charge, and these upgrades are just so good. Zervas has ignored upgrades his entire game. Maybe some Zealot warp-ins over here would be nice as well, with that warp prism. I don't know where it is right now. He's gonna try to move in and put some pressure on. Double Colossus production. Did he get Thermal Lance yet? Got a lot of idle probes here. Great gooping here, actually. He's gonna stop those Colossus. And that means that these Locusts coming out here could help slow this down. He needs these out really, really soon. He's got so much stuff here to goop. The economy right now for the Zerg player is just horrendous. He's got no hive either. He's just finishing his lair. He's actually have a DT in here working away. He's got to get some stalkers in and like actually try to get there we go. I think he should try to run around and actually, I'm not going to say base trade, but try to pull these guys out of position. He doesn't have any armor upgrades. I don't think he can just keep trying to push into this. Colossus are on the way out now. Thing is, the DTs could actually... oh no, there's his detection right now. Where's his army? This one Colossus isn't going to save everything. He doesn't have Thermal Lance finished yet. Oh man, he better not get these Colossus caught out here. He might lose these. I like this army run around here as I was talking about. He's pulling everything out of position. Go attack. Quickly. Everything's trying to rush back in time. I think he could probably target down the hatch if he really wanted to. He's got the immortal there. He is going to get it. I mean, he's going to sack a lot of his army, but he's got double Colossus production happening behind this. He did lose his base, but it's not that far along. What are these guys doing? So he does lose everything, but once again, Zervas is down to 1 base. He's going to try to remake it, but did he lose all of his swarm hosts? No, he's still got 8. There they are. But now with all these Colossus out, hopefully he gets some observers as well. There, the observers are queued up. 6 Colossus should be enough to deal with this army. Does have some sentries in here for force fields. His base is just finishing up. I mean, it's just because it's Zervas that you want to say that he's still favored, but he's really far behind with this. He's got to get damage done. He's making Vipers right now. It's a good call if he can get some of these Colossus out of the way. Is the observer with the army yet? Yes, he does have an observer in here. And he's going to push all this back. I do like that BeFriendly is actually on the aggressive side here. He's not going to sit back and wait for Zervas to get comfortable. He knows that he's got to invest in getting his economy back up. And he's still got this Warp Prism moving along with him to build units as he moves along. There's enough Colossus here that even if he does get a couple of these pulled out of position, he should be able to handle it. Cleaning up this creep, also very, very smart. He's going to slow down things so much here. This is kind of like the moment of truth here for Zervas. He needs to hold this well. A couple of good pulls. Oh wow, he didn't get that last Colossus. There's still 6 in this comp. Great force fields. Actually might save both of these Colossus. And there's the GG.